Hello class, welcome to our next web lesson focused on Chapter 16, International Trade. In this example, we're going to look at a graph that shows the U.S. trade balance from the years 1990 to 2010 in billions of dollars. So, on the horizontal axis, we have, of course, the different years. On the vertical axis, we have the dollar amounts in billions. First thing you should note is you'll see a negative sign with every value below zero. This represents our deficit. In other words, what is a trade deficit? Whenever our imports, goods we're buying from countries, exceed our exports, goods we are selling to countries. So the majority of these figures here will represent deficits. The figure of zero represents neither a deficit or a surplus. Any number above zero represents a trade surplus for the U.S. A surplus would be when our exports, goods that we send to other countries and sell to other countries, exceed the imports, things that we buy from them. So our first task asks us, what was the U.S. trade balance in 2002? So we have to look at our horizontal axis. 2002 would be right about here, between 2000 and 2005. We, of course, move up until it intersects with our line here, and then we have to look left for the dollar amount. That would put us at more or less 75 billion or so. So our actual trade deficit means that we actually import 75 billion more than we exported in the year 2002. Task number 2. In which year did the U.S. trade balance run its largest deficit? What was the amount of that deficit? Okay, so we're going to look here. Again, the deficit is increasing as we're moving down the vertical axis. So we're looking at this line moving downward, until the final year of 2010. So that is the intersection point for a year. Again, we have to look left to see the dollar amount. Between 400 and 450, that represents a deficit of about $440 billion.